of going. So, okay. Now, what I want to bring to you, Tyson Fury had a fight 2 days ago. He defeated Dillian Whyte, 6th-round knockout. He's 32-0 and 1 with 23 knockouts. What do you think about his performance against Dillian Whyte?
Classic.
Ooh,
classic. It was him. You gotta look, man. This man is 6'9", bro. This man is a monster out there. There's really nothing you can do with him. It's gonna take a certain type of fighter, I think, his size. Well, Wilder actually had the height, the reach, the athleticism. He just didn't have the boxing skill.
Facts.
But you know, that's a lot of dude to deal with, man. That's a lot of dude to deal with. Now, we can question how good his era's been. We can question, you know, when he did manage to take down Klitschko back in 2015, you know, when he got him or whatnot. But Tyson a hell of a fighter, man. He got skill, he got reach, he got power. He got an old awkward-looking Jokic body and everything. But that's my guy, man. I'm gonna give him the truth. But now, if you're talking about greats, like greatest of all time, I don't know how big is that room. How many boxers we letting in that room, man?
Okay, before I answer that question, his performance was incredible to me. I mean, first of all, he's like the most unique heavyweight I ever seen. First of all, he's 6'9", 270, and he moves like a middleweight. Like, you know, it's hard to hit him. Like, I never seen that before. Like, I can't even see like a boxer that come close to it. A 6'9", almost 6'10" guy who's flabby, who looks flabby and sick, but can move like
this man sick.
I mean, not well. He's sick and he's sick. He's sick. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, I can't. He's so unique. He's very unique. Hard to hit him, and he does have power. Now, at first, I thought he had no power like that until I saw him with Wilder too. I was like, oh, this man has power. Then the third fight, and then this fight, I said, oh, I didn't see that. The early rounds, the early fights with Klitschko, and you know what I'm saying, he was, you know, like the boxer. He was just quicker than Klitschko, because Klitschko kind of slow, but still, he did his thing. But to answer your question, is he in the top 5 conversation of heavyweights of all time? That is a loaded question for myself, and I'm going to ask you that too. But I don't know, man. Like, that's a hard question because I got to see him. His era is like, it's okay, but it's not like the Ali's era.
It's not the era that we kind of biased towards.
Yeah, it's not the Lennox Lewis era. You with the Tyson and Holyfield and Riddick Bowe and so on. And I'm looking at his era. You got Wilder, you got Joshua, you got Dillian Whyte, you got Joseph Parker, you got Andy Ruiz, and I'm looking at it like those guys is not those guys in the 90s and the 70s. It's not. So, you know, I can't say that yet. I can't say that he's in the top 5, but he's definitely in the conversation. He's in the conversation because the man's undefeated. And I don't think any heavyweight in that division is going to beat him. But I think the most tricky fighter that can probably give him problems, and I'm using that loosely, probably. I'm going to say Usyk. I'm going to say that because Usyk is not going to go toe-to-toe with him. I mean, he's the littler guy. Well, compared to Fury, everybody's little to him, but still. Yeah. But Usyk is he's bouncy. He can move. He got skills. So I'm like, that's the only guy I think can handle Fury with his movement and all that stuff. But I still think Fury gets him because he's bigger. So they got the.
I was gonna say Usyk ain't big enough. Yeah, Usyk ain't big enough.
Power. So I really have to think about that some more. What do you think? Is he in the top 5 conversation, or?
I'm gonna expand it past 5. I'm gonna say, cause we just, man, you got to remember how many heavyweights we done seen over the years, man. I think it's fair to expand the room to 10. So if we talking about like maybe the 10 greatest heavyweights of all time, just off the top of your head, names you can throw out. You got guys like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, Lennox Lewis. We can argue whether or not Evander Holyfield is the greatest cruiserweight of all time, or is he in the conversation for the greatest heavyweight of all time? I would put him more in the cruiserweight myself.
Oh yeah, I say him and Usyk is the greatest cruiserweights of all time. Him and Usyk.
So yeah, we talking about Larry Holmes. We got who else? The conversation. George Foreman. Foreman in the conversation. Riddick Bowe. Well, Riddick Bowe ain't in the conversation, but if we just talking about some of the greatest heavyweights, if you drop Tyson Fury in that era back then, he gives all of them dudes hell.
Yeah.
I mean, still considering the fact that he's 6'9". He's 6'9", he's 270.
Someone I would look at.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Frazier would have had the ability to get inside on him, I think. Mike would have been able to bob and weave enough to get inside. Lennox would have been a battle.
Yeah, Lennox got the height. I mean, he's 6'5", but Lennox had
strong enough. Like Lennox was strong enough. Yeah. He had a good enough jab.
Yeah, Lennox had that right hand was lethal from Lennox. Especially when he got with Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah,
especially. So but I think from that era, what you saying, I mean, I gotta go with the GOAT. I mean, the GOAT was just like, okay, he know he's not gonna go round for round. He gonna use his IQ, he gonna use his brain to beat Fury. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you already know we did to George Foreman in '74. I mean, he ain't beat him with strength and all that. He beat him with his brain. So, you know what I'm saying? He knew he was gonna tire himself out and all that. So, and first with the GOAT too, what Ali I'm gonna get is I'm getting 64 Ali with Sonny Liston. I'm like, this Ali like the fastest heavyweight I ever seen. He ain't had that much power like that, but his speed is like, it's something unique. It's something I've never seen from a heavyweight. Never. It's
so,
like a heavyweight.
We talking about Ali's era, right? Because I mean, if we looking at Ali's era, he was a unicorn. Like,
and this is Undisputed Spit. You dig?
I'd buy that for $1.